afternoon. You're joining us live from Qatar, from inside the paddock, the first one of 2022, and we're going to get it going right as we begin, because it was Brad Binder that topped FP1, and we're going to have a chat now to his team, his new team manager, Francesco Guidotti. Francesco, we have got to start somewhere, and here we come. Brad Binder, FP1, tops the session. Obviously, we know early doors, there's a long way to go, the season, the weekend, but that must be a real confidence boost for Brad.
Yeah, I mean, nobody expected this FP1. We were confident about our bike and our package, but you never know. And how the condition of the track and how the condition of the other contenders. So it's a nice surprise, but not, I mean, was something that should happen. And yeah, also Oliveira had a consistent practice. And so let's go ahead. It will be a longer weekend and a very long season, 21 races. Never happened before, but we're ready.
Francesco, this is a unique race. It's the only night race we have on the calendar. There's quite a difference between FP1 and FP2. And we see that FP2 really is the crucial session for getting yourself into Q2. Therefore, can we draw many conclusions from what we saw in FP1? Is Brad likely to replicate that again this afternoon? Well, it's not this afternoon, is it? Early this evening.
Yeah.
Even though we're slightly earlier actually this year.
Yes, you know, especially here, you never know how the condition is, how the condition of the track is. And to be honest, this morning was not too bad, much better than expected. So we could already had some good lap times and good reference. So I think everybody will push really a lot in the afternoon, ready to attack for the Q2.
One of the aims for KTM this year was to get the RC16 operating on a much larger window. Do you think that's a good indicator again, or?
Yeah, we just started, so.
No, of course, yeah.
Early to say, but yeah, this is the target. Be more consistent and faster everywhere. Also, the experience of the rider can help, because now they start to be experienced in the category, and also the trustness and self-confidence can be different, can help to achieve the target.
Enjoying the new role?
A lot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. It's a comeback, you know. I'm back to KTM after 12 years, but we always been in contact, and it's a soft landing, so yeah, I really enjoy it.
You may remember me asking you last year for MotoGP's pole predictor. Well, we enjoyed it so much that we thought we'd do it again this year. So I'll remind you, the pole time last year was 1:52.772. Pecco Bagnaia. Who are you feeling for pole this year and the time?
Pole this year could be Aleix.
Okay.
Yeah.
A time?
Whoa.
1:52.722 last year. Are we going under it?
I think so. Yeah, 52.684.
There we go. Thank you so much. I'll catch up with you later in the weekend. All right.
Thanks a lot.
Thank
Bye.
you. Right, let's carry on down. Fantastic stuff there from Francesco Guidotti. Actually, I've got a man here I really want to speak to, because FP1, as we've just alluded to, it's a bit of a funny session here in Qatar, because the contrast between FP1 and FP2 is quite vast. And again, when you get in those times for qualifying, there's not that much of a reference. You would have expected, perhaps not to see any soft tyres in that session. Jose Manu Kazoo, Alex Rins' crew chief here. But there was one man who did put a set of softs in towards the end of the session, got himself inside the top 3. But I'm sure you can appreciate, we're all at home going, why has he done that? So maybe you could tell us.
Hi Amy, yes. Our strategy was in the paper, for us the race tire is going to be the medium, but we wanted to give a chance to the soft. So it was not a time attack, but just to make some laps on the soft to take it to race distance in FP2. So this was our target.
And it nicely placed yourself anyway, bit of confidence there as well. How is Alex coming into this season? And it did look already that there have obviously been some gains there made in top speed, which will be so helpful, even here in Qatar, really.
Yeah, we are happy how we started, but we are happy most of all of the winter because we were able to improve the bike, especially the engine. That was our weakest point. And today we saw, not with a surprise, but with pleasedness, that we did a step for sure. And Alex worked really hard. Maybe it was his best winter ever in Suzuki. So we have the base, now we will try to finalize.
And in regards to this year, Alex, for him, and also both sides of the box, qualifying was always the Achilles heel. With, like you said, the gains made in the engine, is that already a good indicator for you that we could see them placed higher up on the grid, which we know MotoGP qualifying is getting so important?
So this is physics, so extra power will help for sure.
Yeah.
How much it will help? It will allow us to be on front row constantly. This we will have to discover it. But we know it's our Achilles toe, how do you say?
Achilles heel.
Achilles heel.
A weird one, huh? What's the Spanish?
Talón de Achilles.
Talón de Achilles.
But we already the last races of last year, both riders did an improvement. So we hope to continue that line and be finally very competitive also in qualifying.
Really appreciate you nipping out and chatting to us, Jose and Manu, and I'm sure I'll chat to you in pit lane. I'm in there for FP2,
Thank
so
you, Amy.
have a good session this afternoon. We're going to run through some of the other stories that we saw in FP1. A real big one coming into today. Oh, we're actually back over there. Should we wander over there? Let's wander over there because I want to have a chat to you about Ducati. So, coming into today, we had a few rumours circulating in the paddock that Pecco Bagnaia had in actual fact gone back to the old engine, the GP21. Our very own Simon Crowfar, as you would expect, went and spoke to Davide Tardozzi in FP1 and put the question to him. And apparently, whilst it's not a revert back to the GP21 engine, it's not a modification even, it's a specification that is specific for Pecco Bagnaia and his riding style. So we're kind of guessing it could be somewhere between the GP21 and the GP22. There was late drama as well for Pecco Bagnaia in the session because he actually had a crash. I think it was turn 6 if my memory proves me right. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, turn 6. Real rare crash for Pecco Bagnaia. We know he's not a man that makes many mistakes and he lost it really early. And to be honest with you, he looked pretty bemused. We'll wrap around here. How are we doing for time? Can I keep on chatting? So yeah, so anyway, that obviously meant he's finished way down the order. We'll be probing, I'm sure, Ducati a lot more into what's going on there with the various engine specifications. But an interesting storyline nonetheless. There was unfortunately also another crash for Fabio Di Giannantonio, and every minute of track time is going to count to him because unfortunately he missed a lot of the shakedown test in Sepang due to gastroenteritis. So hopefully he gets up there for a full session this afternoon. But lots and lots to look forward to. I'm just having a quick look at the time to see if there's anything else we need to really shout out. As always, technology letting me down at the last minute. Yeah, so basically the most things to keep an eye on coming out this afternoon is where Ducati's. Yamaha also still look as though they could be having a bit of a problem. Not surprising really here with the 2 long straights we've got. But join us back here this afternoon for FP2. It should be nightfall, slightly earlier time this year. I think we moved it forward by about 2 hours, but it will be our first session under the floodlights here in the Saal. We'll catch you later on.